All right, what's up, guys? We're going to talk about 4 pieces of equipment that you need to start boxing. And at the end, I'm going to tell you 2 pieces of equipment that are optional. You don't have to use them unless you're fighting. And we'll get into that in another video. So the first one that you need is hand wraps, okay? I have one video. I'll probably make more videos on how to put these things on, but you can find them on Amazon. Most gyms sell them. Most boxing gyms sell them. And they're probably like $10, anywhere from like $5 to $10. They're not expensive. Now, the second piece of equipment that you will need to start boxing is boxing gloves. So these are my boxing gloves. Now, you won't use these to fight. The commission will provide you with boxing gloves when you fight, but you want 16-ounce boxing gloves. These are good for sparring when you get your gloves. I'll get into another video where I explain like how you should take care of your gloves and stuff, but you know, stretch them out when you first get them, try them on, hit the bag with them, hit things with them, and just really play around with them. And these will cost you anywhere from $20 to $100 depending on what you want to spend. A pair of good gloves, though, I will say, you're not going to get for any less than $50. Now, the next piece of equipment that you will need to start boxing is some boxing shoes. So, here's what a boxing shoe looks like. I actually picked these up for $5 at Dick's Sporting Goods. They had a used pair, and by used, they were pretty much brand new when I got them. They've only been worn like once, it looked like, and they were $5. And retail, they were probably like $85. So if you're in a serious boxing gym, whether you plan on fighting or you don't plan on fighting, they're probably gonna make you invest in some boxing shoes. It's probably the best thing that you can do anyways, because everybody else is gonna have a pair of boxing shoes. It gives you more grip on the mats, and it just enhances your performance. So boxing shoes, and they'll probably go anywhere from $50, $60 to $100 depending on how much you want to spend. You could always spend more than $100, but I'll probably never spend more than $100 on a pair of boxing shoes. And now the last piece of equipment that you need definitely is a mouthpiece. So this is a custom fit mouthpiece. It was like $100. You can find these. This is a Guard Lab. So I think it was like $115. But you could spend anywhere from $5 to $100 on a mouthpiece. And I suggest that you actually don't cheap out on a mouthpiece because you're protecting your brain. Now, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that there were 2 pieces of equipment that were optional, and I'm going to get into that. And they're optional unless you fight, because if you fight, you have to have these pieces of equipment. Now, let me grab them. All right, the first one that is optional is one of these. This is a cup, and it has like a waistband. The reason I say it's optional is because you don't really get hit in the groin a lot in boxing. At least I haven't in my personal experience. It's happened a lot in kickboxing, which I have another cup, which I will make another video on later. And you definitely want that if you're kickboxing, because you definitely don't want to get kicked in the groin. But in boxing, it doesn't really happen. But if you fight a legit amateur boxing fight in USA Boxing, they will make you wear one of these, or else you cannot fight. So, optional unless you want to fight. Now, I say this last one is optional, but it's honestly optional depending on the gym that you train at and whether you're going to fight or not. But that's a headgear. And this is a USA Boxing official headgear. So on the back, it says official according to USA Boxing 10-ounce specifications. So you cannot fight an amateur boxing fight unless you have one of these headgears and it's approved by USA Boxing. Okay? And the reason I also say it's optional is because if you're not going to fight, I truly don't believe that you need a headgear to spar. you need one to fight in the amateurs, but you don't need a headgear to spar. And that's a topic for another video. If you're interested in hearing my opinion on why you don't need to wear a headgear when you spar, then let me know in the comments. Anyways, if you like content like this and you want to see more of it, then like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know.